right
I know.
here, and then you
I
raid me.
realized after I said it.
All right, and
Don't know
then
what
we're
I'm
gonna
talking
send
about.
your video here, and we'll be done. It did require a restart. That sucks that that happened in the middle of the fucking stream, but that's how it works when we do the stream switching sometimes. I couldn't have known that issue was there until that fucking moment. I have got problems. I've got
Is the bitch one of them?
no, bitch is not one. Thank God. But I've got too many drank beers.
Too many drank beers?
Yeah, there's just bottles all over the place. It's a fucking graveyard of beer everywhere. It's just so sad to see. It's very spooky, like Halloween. Every one of those beers
I'm fighting
once
Jason right now
was
with rocks.
breathing life. But beer must be drank on this stream. So despite the graveyard from ByteBinge's stream, as you don't know, but there is a ByteBinge stream that is related to this back there. If you just
Man,
hopped in here,
oh man, they miss Voyeur. Think about the people missing Voyeur.
the people who miss
Crazy.
Boyer, that's very sad for them. It really is. But and this was a good. It was a good stream. You missed a lot if you did. But the point is, we're coming from there, and I gotta bring in a new beer. And we took those 4 beers down during that stream. Is what happened. Those were the beers that were put in the grave. And I just put them into the trash or the recycling or whatever it is. All right. So can you send your image to me? That is the next
Uh,
step.
I'm about to kill Jason.
Oh, dude, you're not gonna raid me yet. That's what's going on. Well, that's okay.
Well,
You're
I
in
mean,
the
I don't
rights
know.
to do
Do you
that.
want me
Am
to
I at
exit?
least audible to your audience at the moment?
I think so.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So at least we have that going on. Well, whenever you're comfortable, I'm just sitting here though. These poor bastards are just sitting here looking at me in the
I mean, do you
fucking
want me to
PubG.
quit on killing Jason? Like I'm literally, I think I'm in the final confrontation of killing him
I
in the
think you
first
need to
day.
try it. Go for it. Take your final confrontation.
You
Damn.
bitch.
Yes. Thank you, Thief 2, for your fucking subscription. I hope today's matches will be fucking entertaining for you. I gotta tell you, man, we just had a really good stream on ByteBinge's channel. Um, it was just like this, except for he was hosting it. So if you want a little bit of extra entertainment in your life, it was pretty fun. We played a game called Voyeur, which is one of those CDI movie games that it was absolutely jacked up, and you need to see what that is all about. That was fucking crazy.
He missed the
And
most
then we also
insane
played
part
in
of
the
it,
spirit of Halloween Friday the 13th as well, which
which I'm still playing.
you bitch. I the Friday the 13th obviously is right in the spirit of Halloween, being the nightmarish situation that it is for the counselors and children involved. But now we're going to play PubG, another kind of ghoulish nightmare. The nightmare of when your squad mate does not listen to you, which I know we are both
Two health
victims
bars left.
and also perpetrators of.
They make the last fight the longest.
He's got his channel, his fucking, he's
He has
doing,
2 health bars left.
yeah,
He's down to 1 health bar.
he is. 1 health bar left. He's gonna die. It's gonna be dead Jason. We should show his fucking stream on here. I'm such a puss, but I need to do it. I could just, like, start playing without you, but I'm not gonna do that.
I did it.
Damn it, I missed it.
Watch out. Jason's still alive and stronger than before. Yo, I killed Jason for one day. Oh, you killed me.
You
I'm
did.
going
You
back
did
tomorrow.
kill him. You're at the end. Good job. Man, you did that so fast after all that bullshit we did before. You were so bullshitting around all the time. You just fucked him up. What'd you do? You
You only...
lost 3 people, though. And there's only 1 child left?
Whatever, I'm rating you now, right? Okay.
All
Here we
right,
go.
whatever. I wish I could have shown that to you guys, but I'd had to go into desktop mode and all this shit, and he was already done. So he's rating now. But anyway, this is obviously piggybacking off of this ByteBinge stream, so watch it if you want more entertainment. Yeah, I know. I watched it on Byte's stream too, actually, at the end. Both. Yeah, I'm not that meta. I can't even do that. I think I'd be fucking uh, out there.
You have been rated.
Well, the truth is, though, that would be dumb for me to watch both because I mean, I'm in the same plane of time with him. We're doing the same performance. So that would be dumb. So that's why I'm not at that level.
We're on the. Aren't we all on the same plane of time?
Nah, not always. It's just not how that works. That's what recordings are about, archives, history. It's different. It's different when you recall a past event through media. You know what I mean? Just like we did in Voyeur.
Voyeur was awesome.
Dude, send your audio or send your video to me so that I can um be complete with the
I'm here.
I know you are. God damn it. It's never fucking easy with ByteBinge. Shit. Alright, hold on. ByteBinge. He's being such a shithead too. He's doing all this stuff.
Voyeur. Voyeur.
There we go. It's general. This is him. This is
This is
Byte.
this
That's
is this.
ByteBinge right there. We just have to kind of untame it, you know.
Voyeur on CDI. It won. Now you guys know to vote for it. For those that did. Why do you only have the 5 people I rated you with?
It's all that can be bothered to wake up at this time of night. Besides, I have to get you fucking put in here. It's gonna take a little bit of time. You were not, you didn't come pre-wrapped, unfortunately.
Well, I came cum wrap though. We all start our lives cum wrap. Do you ever think about that?
Well, not exactly. We start
Well,
egg
you're an,
wrapped.
you're
No,
you're an
no,
egg,
no, no.
and
You start egg wrapped. The sperm goes in the egg,
oh, you're the
and you
egg,
are wrapped
and you
with
get
egg. No,
wrapped.
nope. I'm not gonna lose that argument. This is basic biology
So you
here.
don't start your life cum wrapped.
No, that's not how it works.
How do you start it then? That's what I kept telling my teachers throughout like my whole education, my academic career.
You start it egg wrapped. You start it wrapped in a
Now I
single
wrote tons of
zygote.
plate.
Do you know what a
When I
zygote
was
is? Have you ever heard that word before? A zygote is a special kind of cell that can divide because it has more DNA. And it's when a sperm and egg combine that this cell is formed. And the sperm goes in the egg. It's not the other way around. There's no sperm wrapping that's happening. There's one
being egg
sperm
wrapped.
going into the egg, and the egg is way bigger and way more of the situation than the sperm is.
Well, I feel like if you're an egg, then it's already inherent to being egg that you're egg wrapped. So it's not very clever or fun. But if you're cum wrapped, it's
But
better.
I guess if that's what you want,
What came
you
first, the
need to get
chicken
into you need to get
or the
into
cum wrap?
PubG, my friend. We're at this point now. Yeah, you're a little big. I'll get you shrunk down. There we go. It is time for some PubG though, and hopefully he doesn't have an update or some bullshit going on here, because I need to shoot some fucking hoes.
Well,
Is
there
what I
is an
need to
update,
do.
but it's something else.
It's
I think
probably a
it's a system
controller
update.
update.
The system update, I think.
Ah, system update. That should be quick.
Do you have a system update?
I'm good to go. I was good to go because I turned the PlayStation on this morning. It was just like, oh, it's Saturday. I turned on
Is
the
that because
PlayStation.
you're being prepared for being cum wrapped?
I thought you said that's how you start.
That's how you start your life, is being cum wrapped.
Whatever. I don't know if I accept that as the true start. You've heard my perspective, though. I don't need to go through that a second time. But what you
You're
do need to
afraid.
do
You're
is
afraid to
join
do
the
it.
PUBG game.
I'm updating my system. I told you.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, then give us some sort of political discourse.
Did you know that Ukraine used to be part of Russia and then they weren't, and now they're like, Russia's like, hey, I want you to be part of me again. They're like, no, like it's like some guy trying to coerce his ex girlfriend to be in a relationship with him again, even though they broke up with each other. He's
It's
like,
not
well,
like that at all. Like,
wait, do you know how comedy works? It's called yes and.
oh, yeah,
You
but
know that,
that's
right?
not what the Ukraine
No, no, you just say
situation is
no.
like.
Like, so you asked me to give a perspective. I get three sentences in, and you say no,
Yep.
and then like, then what am I supposed to do? Just keep going?
Yes.
Then just keep going. You're like, no, that's not what happened. I'm like, anyway, continuing with what I said, blah 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 blah, and then you just cut in like, yeah, that's not true, but go on. Just
Go on.
imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine the interviewing technique. Like as you go on like 60 minutes,
I'm not just
and you're like,
imagining it.
yeah, that's
It's
completely
unfolding
untrue, but go
before
on.
me.
That's not true, but go on.
It's
Oh,
unfolding before
interesting,
me,
interesting.
sir.
Now
Like,
that's not actually accurate what you just said, but please continue.
yes.
Now that's wrong, but go on. That's what you said is factually incorrect. Go on. Like, what kind of an interviewer talks like that? No one.
That's well, that's not I'm not an interviewer, but I mean I kind of was here, wasn't I?
You asked me to say something,
I wanted
and then
you were going
three
in,
sentences in, you
but you
say
have to
that's
understand you were
untrue,
way more than three
and then I
sentences
don't
in.
know. Yeah, no, it
You
was
were
three
talking
sentences.
about how
Three sentences.
that the Ukraine was like an
And
ex-girlfriend, and it's really not like that at all. It's
go
so
on.
much not.
Here we go. Go on.
Go
Let's
on.
hear more. No, I'm waiting for you to go on since you interrupted me with
Okay,
your I'm untrue or
with
saying falsehoods. So let's go for it. You have the floor, sir. I'm gonna go get a drink. So I don't
okay,
even
oh
want to listen to it.
Jesus Christ. What a
Alcohol is more
piece of
important
shit.
than listening to your rebuttal.
I hate you. There's no rebuttal. I mean, it's not like an ex-girlfriend. It's very simply not. That situation, it is shitty. They did used to be the same country, and then they were not, and that has been the case more than once. That area has gone over several control schemes, and so do bunches of countries. But what this is someone violently attacking someone else, and that's what it is. There's no other way around it. When they fucking pulled that giant amount of the first invasion army in there, and then lied to everybody and said it wasn't an invasion army, I mean, come on. At that point, if you look at the first amount of the lies, it was that was the first lie, and it's so much a lie. It's so debunked beyond reason that they absolutely did invade, and that it was not indeed them doing exercises. It, from that lie forward, it was just a bunch of lies, and it was nothing like that. It is straight up like someone kidnapping like a fucking stranger, is what it's like. Even though technically, yes, they were the same countries, but Like they fucking just rolled in there and just started killing people. That's really what it is. It's a bunch of dead people and destroyed shit everywhere. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. That's what it comes down to. And there's nothing like relationships can be really good and even shitty relationships can get better. But fucking blowing up people's shit is stupid. Like that's what it comes down to. Like and killing people is stupid too. And you can't convince me otherwise. So that's my rebuttal. He's gone though. So whatever. Instead of doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is getting onto this motherfucking game, he's fucking taking the world's longest trip to the refrigerator. Although I had to piss so much like a racehorse last time, I could not. I was in there for like 4 minutes. I swear to God. Like, have you ever listened to the Adam Sandler CD with the track called "The Longest Pee" on there? I think it's like a minute and 15 seconds, which is not that long. That's the funniest part about it. But if you're like listening to it, it does feel very long. And it's weird that the stream stops and starts suddenly many times. It's a very strange pee. But anyway, it was much longer than that. Like today, in this during the time frame of ByteBinge's stream, that happened. Yeah, I don't understand why people are grouping together and killing in mass and destroying in mass. I do not understand why that's happening over there. But to trivialize it down to a lover's quarrel is not correct. So I just kind of had to say that, and then he gave me his whole yes and bullshit. But I mean, that's bullshit. It's ByteBinge though. What can you do? What can you fucking do? It's ByteBinge. It's just how it is. ByteBinge is a flavor. I'm just gonna close the door because I want to be loud. I think this will be pretty long. We got at least an hour out of ByteBinge coming up. I hope. Now, he does usually poop right out at 2. So we'll see what happens to his ass. But hopefully we get to play. Damn, I don't know what bow is, but like I know what my dinner was. It was fucking it was a slice of pizza and a cookie. I don't like sweet stuff, so but I choked it down because I was hungry.
Where am I?
It's my fault.
Where's my invitation?
There
I
you
don't
go.
have an invitation. There's no invitation.
Oh, that was super easy. You just were taking forever. That's all.
Yeah, but why didn't you invite me?
You're invited. You've already been invited.
Yeah, but you didn't do it before. I'm here. Here you
Never
go.
had that shit thunder. It sounds good though. I I didn't have a great dinner, but it was too small. That's really what
Can you
the
turn off
problem
your
was.
in-game mic, please?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right, that bastard's leaving again. He's gonna probably make me go go downtown. We're gonna set a landing spot that's gonna win the game. This is a game-winning landing spot here. We don't pick landing spots that are gonna be hilarious because ByteBinge is not here. It is gonna be a game-winning landing spot. This is where we're going. Right there. Actually, we can go here. Right now, we just wait and see if ByteBinge will come back within the minute.
See, where did you learn to fly is a fan of like the new stuff. Because he's kind of burnt out on PubG. Although we enjoy it, but you see, he likes having the extra stuff. Am I
I
right? Am I
like the extra stuff. I think a lot of people like the extra stuff. There's nobody saying that there shouldn't be, except for McDonald's. And he was a player, so that doesn't really count, does it? He's a content creator
He's
too,
biased. He's
technically.
biased as
He's
fuck.
definitely different. So when you get in on the action, you lose your status as a regular viewer at that point, and you don't get to like you don't get to like dictate policy essentially.
Trenio says, "I love you guys. I'm gonna say it."
Well, that's fucking awesome. We're so happy that you're fucking watching. It is
I was
our
trying to
fucking
play PUBG.
pleasure.
I was trying to play PUBG with this just now. I was like, my character's not moving. I'm moving the D-pad. I'm
Yep,
being
he's
serious.
this is this.
I,
I'm
I,
dead. I believe him
I,
because
I'm
he's
very
so
serious. I
drunk.
picked this up and I'm like, interesting.
So
My
this is the
character's not
level of
moving in
play
the
you can
game.
expect tonight. Just saying. But we got
There
a
we
lot of
go.
time.
Now where are you going? Okay. I really was trying to play on the SNES.
Kazami, that's fucking awesome. I'm so glad I could help. I'm glad I helped. I know I helped a ton of people. It's crazy. It actually blows my mind how many people's lives I've changed. I didn't think that was the case, but
Isn't
I'm
that what
certain
did you?
it's the
Let
case
me ask you
actually.
this: like
Because so
when
many
you
people have
started,
personally told me that.
and when you first started making those videos, like when did you first realize you're reaching a lot of people, or
When
like
those
did you?
viewer counts said that there were 25,000 people that went through the whole course, that's when I realized that I affected a lot of people because there were that many people that went through the entirety of it, not just like the million that watched the first two episodes of it. The people who dedicated themselves to actually learning Japanese, that's a lot of people. It's a small town. Like that's an army. It's oh Jesus, there's people here. We are we need to
Following
back
you.
up. Yeah, follow me this way. I'm changing course. This place is not being landed in. We need to change to the place I'm going. I'm sorry about that. But the my target actually has bogeys as well. So you know where that yellow is? That has two people in there.
Yellow.
Yeah, the marker I put down, that has two people landed there.
Oh
It's
yeah.
information for you. I want you to know where there are going to be targets.
Oh, I can't hear the game audio. Oh wait, I can't. It's just low.
This map is horrible. Just good luck. I don't even have a gun yet.
But yeah, I want to add. I feel like because for a while we were doing kind of like Spelunky, maybe PUBG, and
Spelunky's
I want
awesome.
I want more variety.
I want more variety as well. Deep
And
Rock was fun.
and you were you able to follow the game audio pretty well with the voice acting because that's the first
Definitely.
real
There was no
test.
problems. That stream was fine. I mean, I didn't watch the actual stream. You have to ask the viewers.
I know, but there was an issue we had before. Is first off, you being able to hear it, right? And the fact is that when I'm projecting that to the audience, your audio that has the voice also has the game audio, and I try to like jack up your voice and then turn it down so that the mix channel where your voice is coming in through, you won't hear much of the echo, but there's going to be a very, very slight echo, but it should be very, hopefully, very small to where it's not very pronounced. Because I am playing the game audio twice because of the way that I have the audio set up to get his voice in to my
Yes, your
channel.
audio setup is not perfect. We know that. It's you. I mean, we could expect nothing less.
I know, but I mean, if I modify it in the best way that I can at the time, and it sounds pretty good without much uh, evidence of echo, then that's the best I could do. I'm not going to bother to spend
Have you
much more
found any
time
scopes? We're
troubleshooting.
in circle. Please
No, I don't
move
have any.
toward the two
I don't have any
cabins that
scopes.
I'm going toward.
Well, what about you guys that were listening to it? Was
Please,
there any
please move
echo?
toward my position when you can.
I gotta get a scope.
I know I'm going to try to find a scope here. Please try to move in this direction.
Level 3 backpack. I'm glad I didn't listen to you.
I didn't. You did listen to me. I said please try when you can. That's not hard. You still got your shit first. You're still listening. You gotta get your ass over here when you can do it. That's what I'm fucking telling you.
Still no scopes. The mix of new stuff first and some PUBG hangs after is perfect, in my opinion. It's good to hear Red Jacket. But was there any echo in the game audio when you listened to it? Because this is the first true
They are
test of
talking to
like,
chat. He's talking to chat, not to me.
yeah, I'm talking to the chat. Like, was there any evidence of? I mean, obviously, I can go back and listen to it. So if you don't answer, I'll just go back and listen to it later. But I'm not going to do that now. So I'm just curious if anyone noticed echo in the game audio. Like if there was an echo effect at all. I put in a decent amount of effort to try to reduce that, but the game audio is piped in twice because I don't. We discussed it at length at one stream that was happening, but I kind of did something to try to fix it. But there would be a noticeable, very slight, hopefully barely noticeable echo.
All right, bite. I don't want
Rat,
you to engage any hostiles unless you have to, unless you're fired on first. All right, we're gonna be
Rat Jacket
passive
says he
this,
didn't notice anything, so that's good.
or unless you have like a clear dead to rights way to kill them immediately.
I don't have. I need to turn up my game audio. Hold on, I got to do this.
I know. Do what you need to do.
There we go. Okay, done. Sounds great. But yeah, he says he didn't notice anything, so that's great.
That's great. That is great.
It's funny because sometimes I solve the audio problem or I have somewhat a fix or
You
workaround, if you
always
want to call it
forget
that.
what you do, and you
And then
have
I
the same
forget.
problem
Yeah.
every time. That's your problem. That's actually your biggest
Well,
weakness is that
well,
you
that's the
just
problem
forget
with
what
drinking, isn't it? When you do
it.
stuff when you're
We
drunk.
are doing that to you by making you drink all the time during it. Yes,
I
but
mean, you have to admit it's harder to remember things that you learned when you were drunk.
that is true, but also not because I've found that actually it is much more effective to study and drink than to not study at all. And that was really actually a lot of what helped me get through learning a bunch of stuff and pretty much everything. I like to drink. So basically, instead of just wasting the night drinking and doing nothing. Oh, Jesus! I wasn't even paying attention. There's a guy right here that knocked me out with an SMG. Damn. It was those guys from that other building. We should have been going against them. We should have turned on them. That was my bad.
I tried.
They saw me just standing there. I was not even paying attention. All right, well, it's your turn now. That was horrific.
Yeah, I wanted to do Friday
That
the
map
13th
sucks though.
because I think Friday 13th on the NES is actually a pretty cool game, and I have this weird desire to be good at it, even though I tried
Well,
to
you
do
just
it.
killed Jason, so I mean, you
I
were able
I've done
to
that
get to day
before.
2, and you did
I've
that.
gotten to I've gotten to day 3 before
Oh, you have.
on the original, not with save states or anything. I've gotten to
Yeah.
day 3, but I feel like I should beat the game with save states first, and then after that, because
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
agree.
I'm a weird purist. I'm like, oh, I don't need to use save states. I want to play on the original hardware. I'm just going to learn the hard way. And I tried that. And I had a bunch of
No,
streams
but
where
then you couldn't even beat level 1 on stream today easily. Like you just couldn't
I
do it.
wasn't. I was trying to like map out shit. I don't really blame myself.
But again, you were probably drinking. At least you were fucking learning something like how to beat Friday the 13th. I'm gonna have to get another beer. These things they go down so fast. They really
You
do.
see, when we play PubG, where did you learn to fly? Just taps out. He's like, you know what? Don't need to see this. No good content for PubG on the Bum Number One channel. Out of here.
Well, that's fine. He got his rocks off on Voyeur. It was enough.
Like everyone else watching.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it was Ratchet that was saying, right, that there's got to be someone who bought that game back in the day who used it because, you know, to get off.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably someone.
someone probably was very disappointed, and yes, but still probably got the same kind of mind fuck that we did looking at it because it is such a fucked up situation to observe.
But, I mean, is that something you'd want to play again? I'm not saying next week or whatever, but some other time.
Yeah, I'll play it again. I'd love to get fast forward to the spot we were at, but
Can't
I
do
know
that.
you can't do that on original hardware. I understand that. So we gotta not call the police. In fact, we should look up the conditions when calling the police is the right thing to do because I don't want to have to redo that again. So I made that call knowing full well that if I had all that evidence, that it would have been enough. All right, let's fucking go.
All right, markers down. Ratchet says, "Ha, that's more Fly's thing, voyeur." I think he really did leave because you're playing. He doesn't like us playing PUBG. I guess.
Whatever. I mean, everybody's got their shit that they want to do or not. Like, I don't know. What I do owe you guys is some inscription play, so I gotta get
But I
that
mean,
going.
I do want to play more other things. I think we are successfully doing that. I think Voyeur was a great test of you being able to hear and see the
Yeah,
game in
no,
real
it
time with
worked very
me.
well.
Because some people might not know this, but it's a little difficult to share your content with someone else remotely.
It is. This is
It's
not an easy thing to make happen, and the fact that we're doing it is pretty cool.
because what happens if they watch it on Twitch? They're in like a delay, so they're reacting.
Later in the future, this is going to be normal. The stuff that we are doing is going to be commonplace, but um, at the moment, it is not easy to find people who stream together and do it
Yeah, it
in
is.
a way that is like that looks like it's going to be all right. And it's because it's fucking hard. They don't have it in the software correctly, but it's going to become more commonplace, and I think that's going to improve all kinds of content out there because fucking streaming with your friends is way more fun than streaming by yourself. It's
And the
just
thing is, like,
reality.
there's an advantage. What maybe they need to do this, which is if you're an affiliate, I'm not an affiliate. If you're a partner, you get extra technology
Yeah,
from
that's
Twitch,
horseshit. That's
which is
horseshit.
really stupid as fuck.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, honestly.
So, like, Twitch makes it easier to co-stream if you're a partner.
Yeah, that is horseshit. What really needs to happen is OBS needs to fucking just take over and be like, we are the best, and integrate voice communication and video communication into OBS, and then Twitch can lick their balls, and it'll be under their control. That would be the best. I think OBS should do it, not Twitch. I say fuck Twitch and their partner program. OBS needs to be the one that says
I mean,
this is us
basically,
doing this. We are the ones making this happen. Because it's true, OBS is the one doing all this.
so basically, Twitch intentionally inhibits our ability to stream to you guys together as a cooperative effort because they want you to have to be a partner to be able to have it. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense to hide your technology from people, exactly. Or to try to get people to strive to be a partner so that they can stream with two people. Like we can do it without them. Fuck them. But the point is, why take it? Why
Yeah,
take
why
those?
why
That's a
inhibit?
specific demographic of streamer. It's very rare right now. They should be trying to grow those kind of streams. Why are they trying to fucking take their technology and eliticize it? It doesn't make any sense. These partners generally stream alone anyway. They don't have enough fucking people testing their shit. I guarantee it's true.
It's pretty fucking stupid.
It's very stupid, but it's a corporate decision being made by a corporation, and that happens
By
all the time.
Bezos.
All the time. Dumb decisions are made. It's actually overwhelming how many dumb decisions are made. It just happens like that. Because people, groups of people are in charge of that shit.
All right,
Groups
follow
of
me.
people have stupid people in them and they will make bad decisions. That does happen.
Follow me.
What do you mean?
I
You
said,
want me to
follow
go
me.
across that river with you?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm going then. I'm going. How outfitted did you get? Did you get the basic essentials?
I don't have any scopes.
Do you have first aid?
No.
Damn, you got fucked. Do you have armaments? Do you have two primaries?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Tommy gun and an Ace 32 and a
You
secondary.
you got a secondary as well. Okay. I got two primaries, no secondary. I got level 2 armor, level 1 backpack. I have one first aid kit. Both of my guns are scoped. They're both ARs. I should give you one of my scopes, honestly. Do you want a
I like red dot more than the hollow.
really? Okay. I can't see which these are. Yeah, I dropped one here by me. Come
I'm
over here.
nowhere near you, so
You got to come back, or I'm just gonna pick it back up off the ground and put it back on
just
my
pick it
own
back
gun.
up and you can keep it in
It's
your
on my
own
own
gun.
gun.
I'm
Fuck
not
that.
coming back to get it.
Nope, I'm not giving it to you. All right, so
You should have come close to me to do it. I mean, the idea you drop it 100 feet behind me, is a much of a freaking uh favor. There's the word. I found it. Tons of scopes in this one room. It's crazy. It's
good.
insane how many scopes are in this one room.
Are there
There
any
was like
left?
five. There was 3 or 4 scopes in this one room.
Where are
It was
they all?
crazy. I only dropped the hollow. I just kept the rest.
I don't want a
4
hollow. I
times.
have a hollow. Do you have any real
I,
scopes?
I have
Can
a
I
four
have a
times.
time scope?
I have a 4 times. I just took it. It's mine.
There are not that many scopes in that room then.
I had none, and now I have 3, and I dropped one. There were 4 in there. There were 4 in that one room.
Was there any
It's
time
crazy.
scope other than the one you got?
No,
Okay, well then that doesn't do me any good.
there was a red dot, 2 hollows, and a 4 times, and that one small
The
building.
4 times is good. The rest of it's actually just garbage. Well,
Well,
it's
for
not
me, it was
garbage if you
good.
don't have one, but it's
I didn't have anything, so it was great. There's a bike in here.
bike good on Iranai. I don't want your bike. Jitensha
First aid
Irane.
and a Red Bull.
You shiest.
Another red dot.
We have a long way to go to get to the circle still.
We're
Are we?
going. We're going. We're going.
Are we? It looked like you were going into that building, and I'm
I
just
was
trying to
not.
get ready to
I'm
fight
ahead of you.
contacts.
I'm ahead of you.
I am following you. That is why you're ahead of me. That's how it works.
Tell me how it works.
when you follow someone, you get behind them and you move in the same direction they do as they move in it.
Actually, if you're like a PI, sometimes it's best to follow in front of someone so they don't suspect you. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, this is not a PI situation. We are a team. This is a very different situation. I don't know why you'd bring some irrelevant,
I don't because I just find one little
really
caveat that you're
crazy
wrong. That's
case
all.
that's not normal. And all right, this game has just changed. Fight
Get
binge,
in.
well done. I'm getting in.
What is this fucking car?
Yeah, this is a jacked up car, but let's do it. I like it
It's a
actually. Just
it's a
don't drive it
Hyundai.
too recklessly, and we'll be good. Oh shit, I can smoke now. That's
You
awesome.
can. Can you shoot out the window?
Yes,
This car is awesome.
that car is awesome.
There's
It's a,
another one right there.
yeah, that's fucking dope.
There's another one right there. There's
All
tons
right,
of
we
them.
going across the bridge in this car?
We are.
Do we have a game plan if we get shot on? Do you want to be getting out
We
of the
die.
car?
We die when we get shot.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to drive through and you don't give a shit about if you crash, I'm gonna get out of the car and start shooting.
Okay.
That's my game plan at this point. This is a big bridge. Anybody here? No one's fucking guarding the bridge. Okay. Alright, we got across then. Never mind. It was nothing. I was worried about nothing.
Well, sometimes there's ambushes on bridge. We've experienced that.
Yeah, I just wanted to be ready for it. I just wanted to have some scenarios in my head and get ready to bail out of the car at a certain point.
There's that big town at the center. Do you want to go there?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Let's go ahead and go there.
There's a lot of buildings in a small place. It's a high population center. In the center of the circle, it's a very
Let's
actually
ramp it. Let's
survivable
ramp
area.
this. Are you ready for
Are
this?
you
Are you ready
insane?
for this?
Are you no? Why would we do this to our great run? We're doing so good.
Look at that.
It is a good
Expert.
car. The car is good. It's like a
Whoa.
DeLorean almost, but not without the doors.
What the? Wow. Here we go. You ready for this?
Yeah. Just remember, when you stop the car, I'm getting out. Don't get. All right, there we go.
Let's go in here. Ooh, first aid. And I want this helmet. There's a time scope. 3 times. You take it.
I did.
No one's been in here. We're lucky. You could close the door, by the way. Is this your last one in? I think we got a good position. There's another first aid. How many do you have?
I have. I just shot one.
Well, I have 3 now. Do you want to go to the building across the street, or do you like this one? Do you want a first aid? I'll give it to you.
I like this one.
Here you go. Drop the first aid for you. Shotgun right here. This is a pretty secure area. Dropping an arm form grip. So we just hide out here the whole rest of the game, right? Let's just talk. What do you want to talk about? Now we're a talking stream. So tell me about, like, how many videos did you put out with your Nama Sensei before you realized it was like something that you needed to keep doing because you had like a big viewership? Like, how many videos did you put out? And did that change the way you approached like producing the content or recording it? Like, what changed at that inflection point? When was that inflection point? How did that change?
All right, so here's what happened. It originally started with Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers was um, releasing in Japan and not here. There was a difference, and that was one of the benefits of living in Japan and not in America was that I could get video games earlier. at that
Right.
time.
Yeah.
It changed now, but at that time that was a thing. And I knew I had exclusive content available, and YouTube was in its infancy as well. And I knew I could stream to it. So I got my Wii Fit out, and I recorded myself drinking and exercising at the same time, and I put it out there, and it went out there, and I was like,
Like
okay, it worked.
they
It,
say you're muted.
it worked. I was muted. I'm
So
not
you're
muted anymore.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not. I was muted because I heard some upset children, and I wanted to beep. So
Okay.
anyway, um, so I put this Wii Fit video out, and then I did the Smash Brothers when that game released, and started doing content specifically for the Donkey Kong universe, which was a website that then became the DK Vine, which we know it as now. And I made this YouTube series for their website, um, so that they could get really good information about Smash Brothers really early. Lots of footage, lots of gameplay, and they put that on that website, and then people went and looked at it because I was offering some content that nobody else had. That was the reason that people were going there. And so that's the way to get into YouTube now as well. Final Fantasy V guides are something that are not out there right now, by the way, the Super Nintendo one. That's something that anyone could just totally dominate space in. And I might do it, actually, just to see what happens to prove the point. But anyway, so I did all of that, and during one of those Smash Brothers things that I was doing, um, one of the people in the Donkey Kong website um, asked me how to swear in Japanese because he knew I was broadcasting from Japan because only Japanese people had this game. And I did a little short lesson about that, and I told them that they needed to get a teacher and that they shouldn't ask me for that shit because that was not my job. And then just like a couple of days after that, I decided that you know what, I actually could do that, and I was running out of shit to do with the Smash Brothers. So I uh, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna teach Japanese. I'll teach it for real instead of fucking telling these people I won't do it. And then I just what would happen is I would go to work until like 5, and then from 5 until 9, um, my wife also was working, so I had this time that I didn't have anything to do with, and so I'd go home, bring the groceries home or whatever, shove them in the fridge, and then I would just turn my camera on and yell at it until she got home, and then we would play games and fall asleep. But that was the routine back at that time in my life, was just doing that over and over again. So I didn't really care how many people were watching. The people who came in because of the Donkey Kong universe and the Smashed update. That was why. It was because I had that one thing no one else had, which was Smash Brothers footage. And then that just gave an audience to that Japanese lesson, and something happened along the line, and I don't remember when, and I didn't pay attention. I think it actually happened after I was finished with the whole series. But at one point, the first two lessons went absolutely bananas popular and got millions of views. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. But
But what did you think when it was blowing up? Like, what went through
I
your mind
didn't
at that
think
point?
anything of it. I always, because I was in homeless in Denton, I was already used to being famous. So when I was in Texas, I did that TV show with Sam, that where I was a bum. That's why my name is Bum Number One. At that time, there were millions of people seeing that show, more than YouTube was, to me anyway. Locally, we were so famous. We got free shots everywhere we went. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe how famous I got in Texas. That floored me. That actually was shocking to my core, the way that that changed my life and changed obviously Kyo's life too. Being a part of that whole thing, she got all those benefits as well. It was crazy. Being a celebrity is crazy, and it was just a local celebrity, but it was still crazy. People would honk their horns when they saw my ass when I was walking down the street. It doesn't happen to me anymore. It's kind of cool that it doesn't, but at the time, that's the most celebrity I've ever had was when I was on public access in Dallas Fort Worth. I was literally on TV all the time, so that was a huge amount of fame. And moving into that YouTube space, this that fame didn't phase me. It was not anything like compared to what I was actually literally receiving gifts from
But how
people
did one? Do
like
you
that
think
were
somehow
strangers.
one led to the other? Like meaning like how did the fame from Denton like how did that
It
feed
didn't
into your
lead
YouTube
into it
fame?
at all. It was independent. The fame from Denton came from us providing something no one else did at the time. Again, we did it through that TV station. And then I went to Japan and I once again provided something no one else was doing, which was that Smash Brothers content. But as it started blowing up,
Well, how big
I
did the
didn't
Smash Brothers
care
get?
because I
What
was already used to it. I was used to being a person that was known by a lot of people.
before
So
Nama Sensei happened? Like, what was the biggest viewership you got on the Smash update?
on the Smash update, I think the biggest now, I think it's like
No, back then,
150,000. It was like
before.
24 or 5,000, something like that.
Okay,
And that sounds, and it was a lot. And I remember thinking that's a
yeah,
lot
but
of
some of your
fucking
Nama
views.
videos are
But
like at 600K
I knew that
plus, right?
no, the Nama ones are in the millions in the first episodes. But that happened after I
Well, I
filmed
mean,
them.
like on
So
average, but you're over 600,000 like per view on like a lot of them.
no, most of them are about 20. Again, the 25,000 number comes back many times. Those are the subscribers too. It comes
We're at a
back.
circle. We're at a circle. We gotta go. We
But
gotta go. We
there's a
gotta go.
certain number
No, we
of
gotta go. We gotta go.
views on the later videos. Those are
We
the
gotta go.
students that stayed in. I might be wrong about the number actually. It may be 2,000, but it's still a lot. It's a lot of goddamn students. And the whole time, I also had students in real life too. I had 1,000 students a year that I was teaching English to. So there was just I was doing that. That was my life. I was a teacher.
You're going the okay. I'm following you, but you're kind of going the wrong way.
I'm dead actually.
You're
So yeah,
going the
that would be the
wrong.
wrong
You're
way.
going the wrong way.
Deep Field 89 knocked me out. Damn.
It would have been nice if you actually went toward the circle.
That's sweet. Yeah. See, this guy right here was there from the fucking day one, but it it all happened, and then
You got a subscription.
the reason that's fucking awesome. But the reason that all happened
You
was
should tell the Midnight Captain about how he could run his flag up your pole whenever he wants.
you heard it from Bite Binge here. I don't know what he's trying to say to you, Midnight Captain, but he wants
Midnight
me
Captain could
he
run
wants me
his
to
flag
fucking
up your
he
pole
wants me
whenever he
to
wants.
proposition you apparently. All right, I need to.
I'm turning a patriotic act into
I
something
should have been paying
homosexual.
more attention.
If it's not like super clear, I'm turning a very patriotic action
When
into a
I
very
start talking about the
homosexual
past, I get
sort
really
of
bad
thing.
at this game. I found that out, and it's not just today. That's happened every fucking time. But anyway, um, yeah, it didn't phase me in the least with any of that. And the funniest things, the thing that phased me, it didn't really phase me much, but it's when people would literally buy airplane tickets and fucking go to Japan and like make meeting me one of their things they needed to do. And I was like, damn, all right,
Well,
come on
well,
over. Like, it's like,
how
that
many
was
times did that
crazy.
happen?
Like at least five. At least five. I'd say probably between 5 and 10. I don't remember. I
So,
remember five people
so they're
specifically.
traveling to Japan. They
Two
reach
people
out
did it
to.
twice. So there's that. It's yes, people traveled to Japan who I had never met or known without doing the performance art stuff. So yes, it's weird. And people sent me beer in the mail a bunch, and they also sent me other awesome
Ready
shit
up.
in the
Ready up.
mail. I will
Stop
ready
sitting
up.
on this meme.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But crazy shit happened. And I was just used to it because of
No
all the
drink.
shit that happened in Denton. I actually thought that it was a little bit milder and easier to deal with doing it on the internet because Denton was so extreme. Literally, I could not go anywhere without anyone recognizing who I was because everyone saw that TV show. It just at that time it was just on TV all the time, and people watched TV a lot more than they did now. Like back then, TV was what you had. People didn't really watch YouTube. There was no YouTube. That shit was so nuts. And then when we moved and it went away, I was just like, damn, it's gone. And that's what made me want to reach out for something like the Smashed Update. I just wanted to find something that nobody had that they wanted, so that I could be back in the limelight again. But in reality, the limelight's not that important. What's important is that the shit you leave behind is pretty decent, and that you fucking make everything better around you. That's what's important. But limelight's fun. I'll take it if I get the opportunity. I'll never not strike at that shit. I'm just like my cat with that fucking USB cord. I will fucking go right after the limelight if it fucking shows its face in my fucking area. Alright, well, Bite Binge is not playing. That's great. We have a good map this time. He's not gonna like this, but I'm gonna go. So like him to do this. It's like, this is what we spend. We have 1 hour to play PubG a week, and every time we just fill it with this kind of shit where, like, we don't show up for the fight, or like some dumb horse shit. We start talking about the past and don't fucking play the game. I'm so wasted though. I've had like at least 7 beers. I think it's 7 because I've got the grave of 2 here and this one. I already carded 4 out of here. There may have been more, but I think 7 is the right count of beers, and that's a lot. That's a lot of beer. Right, someone's going down there. They can go down there. I don't care.
You are really far away from where I am.
Welcome back. Come on, try to get as close to me as you can.
I wish you. I've told you this before. When you see I'm not here, why would you bail out at the very beginning of the map?
You wreck my commands every time when
Yeah,
you
but
do this
why
kind of
don't
shit.
you like adjust to the fact I'm not here and be like, hey, maybe I should land toward the end of the path of the airplane, but you don't. You land in the top 30% of the map.
This was the right place to land. That's why.
Oh, okay. You just sacrifice the companionship because that's the way to go.
No, you sacrificed this companionship when you decided to fucking ready up
I
and not
don't.
be ready. That's
I don't
what
have
happened.
any control over the fact that I'm not here because I wouldn't have made it. Hold on. First off, do you agree with the fact that the alcohol comes before
Yes, the alcohol comes before
reading?
the game.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well
you
then,
should really have actually landed and gone to get your drink. If you were going to be
how would I have done
strategically,
that?
you get down to the point where we land, and then you just sit yourself down and then go run get your drink and then get
But
yourself
why don't
armed.
you land toward where the end of the airplane passed so that I could at least be close to you? Why
I didn't know
land?
when you were coming back or if you were. I just knew where the right place to land
Okay,
was.
so just blow
Every time I
myself up
wait for you,
because
I
you're
wind
not.
up at the end of
So
the map.
you're okay. So the answer is you're incapable of adjusting your battle plan. That's what I'm getting out of it.
No, I'm capable of it, but I
No, you're
weighed
not.
the
You're not. You're
decision.
not capable of
I
it. You're
know,
not
I
capable.
weighed it out,
No,
and
you're not.
tactically, it was
No,
more
you
viable
jumped
for me
out
to
of the
do this.
airplane.
I'm more
You
likely to get
knew.
a.
No, you knew I was not ready. Yet you jumped out of the airplane. The top 30% of the possible areas to jump out, and you decided to do that, knowing I wasn't there because you don't care.
Oh, I
You
care.
if you a normal person would have been like, oh well, he's not here, let me at least jump out toward the end of the map so I could land where he does. But you're like, no, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. That's just you. You're just a fucked up person. You're a fucked up person with a
No,
fucked
no,
up personality.
what's really
With a
fucked up
fucked up
is that you
personality.
try to
Yes.
twist this shit on me, and you're the inconsiderate one who left, didn't show up, and then
Alcohol.
ended up not going where
Alcohol.
you're supposed to go
Alcohol.
during not your command, but my command,
I don't
of
get.
course,
I'm
as
gonna.
you always do. And
I'm sorry.
that lack
My
of
alcohol
consideration.
consumption messed up your thing. I see. My
You
alcohol
need to
consumption
move
messed up
your
your.
ass faster because the alcohol consumption can be
I've
done.
already.
You
DC,
can
I've already
manage
gotten
it.
shot. DC, I've already taken shot. Look at my health. I've taken shots.
You need to take an actual shot, like of Jägermeister, is what you need to do.
I've taken actual damage for you running through the battlefield as people shot at me, trying to get away from them.
I just got hooked the fuck up, but my lag is so bad right now. I just got hooked up. I have an excellent weapon. Now, I am out of circle, but you can get yourself in circle. I can get myself in circle. We can meet, all right? It'll be like the
I'm
happy
dead.
reunion. It'll be like Milo and Otis or some shit. So
Fucking
let's
dead.
fucking do it.
I'm dead. Got killed by a
Oh
level
my
500
god, you
player.
suck. I was trying to give you a pep talk and everything. As soon as I
I
fucking
died.
say an
I
encouraging
literally
word to you, you
died.
just
I
fucking die.
literally died during your pep talk.
You did.
I think. I think your pep talk
I
killed
think I
me.
killed you. Yeah, I think that I was actually at fault there. I did not realize that my encouraging words would disturb you so much.
Midnight Captain, did you already read this? Not to bring up anything uncomfortable or start shit, but I saw Sam on YouTube recently, and apparently he's sober and religious now.
Yes,
Have
I
you?
absolutely know that. No, I have not spoken to him since. I am very happy that he has found what he has found. That's great. Do what you want to do. Uh, that's my message. But ultimately, for him, especially in his spot
What
now,
religion is he? Satanic?
Christian,
Is he a satanic
Christian. No,
worshiper?
not satanic Christian. Um,
Oh,
in his position, I am nothing but a bad influence for what he's trying to do anyway. So of course I'm not gonna go in there and try to fuck with him. All right, he's dealt with enough shit. So go, good for you. Go for that shit. And if that shit lasts, then you're better off without me around for sure, 100%. So
so I'm gonna give my religious point of view that I give a lot of times because it's very easy to bring it down to a very concise level for me, which is most religion is based off God talking to a guy who has to tell a bunch of other guys that God talked to him, right? Isn't that basically what most
that
religions are?
is that you're right. That is true. I have a different view on religion, but yes,
Well, let me finish my
you're right.
thing.
All of the things you're saying are right.
So God talks to a guy, and that guy has to tell a bunch of other guys that God talked to him, right? And
Yep.
if they don't believe that that guy was being talked to by God, what happens to them?
Well, it depends. See, the problem is when people make up religion, what they do is they either want to collect money or they want to control people or they want to scare them. These
Well,
are the things.
I was trying to lead you to an answer, but you went down a rabbit hole. So let me just continue on.
Okay.
Which is so basically, if they don't believe you, let's just say go back to Moses or
Yep.
whoever.
Sure, sure. Moses, I know who he is. Like,
So God is like, hey, tell these guys that I'm telling them to do these things that I want them to do. And then he's like, okay, I'll try that.
if we take it literally and assume that that's actually what happened and that Moses didn't do this as his own ploy.
Of course. So
If you assume that God actually came down and started that fire, or that Moses got so confused that he
he
believed
burned
it,
a bush. He burned a
he
bush.
could have possibly eaten mushrooms. There's a lot of things that could have happened. But regardless of what you think happened on that day, the reality of the situation is that Moses came on down there and brought this stone tablet that he carved up, or that God carved up, down there and said, these are the rules you guys need to follow because you're motherfucking crazy and you're fucking each other in the butthole, and the goats too, and they can't fucking
They're
do
fucking their
anything for us.
nieces and nephews.
There was something going on around there. It was just too much chaos. It was too much chaos. He needed to fucking lay some tablets down. There was chaos. He had a reason.
He probably smacked a couple of guys with the tablets. Probably.
It could have happened. I don't know. I don't think Moses seemed was a buff guy. I don't recall him fighting a lot. But
I'm just saying, like, if some guy's acting up, you smack him with a tablet.
when he was back in Egypt, he was pretty fucking dope though, doing his wizard shit. But
Parting the Red Sea.
no, the snake shit, the turning the staff into
You know,
snake.
that's what I say when I
David
have sex with.
Copperfield could do that shit though, so it's not
You know,
that
when I
fucking crazy.
have
But
sex with a woman, I'm like, hey, man. I don't say man, though, because I'm talking to a woman. I say, hey, woman, what did you think of that parting of the Red Sea? Because you're obviously on your period because my dick is full of blood on the surface level. Not on the inside, but on the
that is
outside.
the greatest pickup line I've ever heard in my life. You gotta take that to the
That's
bar.
all I got to say.
You gotta take it to the bar. You gotta use it.
Got to use it.
Drop it on the next fucking fine
But but
chick
going back
meets.
to my point about religion, which is the idea, let's just believe I'm agnostic first off. So I think it's
Same.
equally weird as an atheist to be like, it's impossible that a God exists. It's
No,
impossible
no,
that a
no.
higher
I'm not
power
an
exists.
atheist.
I'm not
Fuck
I'm
that.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'm not
But
doing that
I
either.
will tell you that organized religion with, if you don't listen to this guy who talked to God, who told this guy to tell you to do these things, and you don't do those things or believe that that guy talked to God to tell, even if you do those things that that guy told you to do, but you don't believe that he told you to do those things because God told him to tell you to do those things, you're going to hell. And that's just like the most ridiculous fucking,
The
and I
idea
said
of
it a
hell
very,
is the most corrupt
but
part of
I'm
religion.
saying it in the most basic
In
way
every
possible.
aspect of religion, hell, the
So
idea of it
imagine,
is the
but
most
imagine,
ludicrous and absurd reality. No
imagine
god
you're,
worth his salt would allow hell to exist.
but forget about all that. You're following the teachings of either Jesus or Moses or whatever. But let's just say you
I'd be a
don't.
better god than that. So,
But just, but let's just say you believe those principles. Let's just say from Jesus, but you don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. It doesn't matter,
yeah, I believe
right?
the principles of Jesus. He
But
actually was pretty
but the
cool.
point being is, according to the religious doctrines, you can't just follow the teachings of Jesus. You have to believe they're coming
Right,
from a God
I know. The
incarnate.
religious doctrines say you're going to hell, no matter what you
So it's
think.
very strange to me that you could follow the doctrine taught
No,
to
you
you
could
by
be
this person.
completely ignorant of the doctrine and you still go to hell. Like, if you're a native tribe of some island and you never heard of Jesus Christ, you're dead. That's the
So
fucking end of that.
so let's just imagine you are Moses or Jesus. Let's just say you're Moses, right? You're a prophet of God. He tells you, "Hey man, you got to tell these guys these things and get them to believe it." And then it came from me, God, who's talking to you. They're like, "Oh man, that's a lot of pressure." Okay, I'll try. You go out there.
It's a lot of pressure.
You go out there. Okay, that's what happened. Let's just say that's what happened.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure.
So you go out there. You're like, I tried God, but they decided that I'm full of shit. And like, oh man, that sucks. I'm like, why God? What's gonna happen? He's like, I'm sorry, but because they don't believe you, Moses, they're all going to hell. What? Yeah, I was really banking on the fact that I was going to tell you these moral
No,
codes.
Moses went to hell too. They all go to hell until Jesus,
I know,
according to
but hold on.
Christianity.
Like,
No, they
forget about which
all go to hell. Everyone goes to hell.
forget about which prophet. Forget about that whole thing. Let's forget about the
I'm just
tiers
saying
of prophets.
everybody goes to hell, at least at that time period.
Okay, but forget about, let's say, pre-Jesus. Okay, that's where I'm going with this. So let's just say any prophet. Let's just say God talks to you and says, "Talk to these people. Tell them that I'm talking to you and that I said this."
Yep.
And they try that, and they go, "Hey God," they come back to God like, "I tried that," and they say that they don't believe me. Oh, that's too bad. Like, why? What's wrong? Like, I know this sucks, but everyone's got to go to hell because they didn't believe you. And that's basically what I get out of it, because it's not like he's like, okay, I'll move on to the next guy. Maybe they'll believe the next guy. No, it's like, oh, if you don't believe this specific person who told you to do this specific thing is telling you on behalf of God to do the specific thing, is on God's word, even if you do it, but don't believe God is the one that told him to tell you to do it, you're still going to hell. And
Oh,
that's just
you're
the
all
most
going to hell.
ridiculous.
You don't. You
It's
go to
the
hell
most
whether you
ridiculous
could
thing that's
follow
ever. It
Moses'
doesn't make any
commandment to the
sense.
T, and you're still going to hell. According to Christian doctrine, says that we're all born with sin, and that nothing can cleanse that shit but Jesus. So everyone born before Jesus Christ went to hell, and Jesus went and got all the people that were decent people back according to the fucking scripture, which I do not agree with. Obviously, I don't think that all happened. I don't think there is a hell. I think hell is absurd. Any god that would create a hell, I'm against. I'm
Hell
against
is an
that god.
ancient concept
That is
way before Christian religion.
a
It's
god that I would fight
it's
against. I would
it's
actually be like, no,
obvious.
your place that you torture people in is wrong, and I will fight you now. That is my position against gods with hells. So when it comes down to being dead, which is then I get to be spiritual realm Jeremy, I'm gonna fuck them up. All right, I'll tell you right now. If there are places with hells, the gods that created the hells get to fucking deal with my soul. They can do whatever they're gonna do, but I'm gonna fucking resist their ass. Fuck them.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me the concept of
Hmm?
hell. Oh, kill him! Shoot him! He's still. Shoot him! Left, left. There's another vehicle.
I got some hits in there.
But there's another vehicle.
I can't believe I was paying enough attention.
Do a
So I was
death
talking
cam. Do
about
the death
religion.
cam. Do the death cam.
I will do the death cam. I think I got shot from someone else.
Do the death. You're slurring thing. But it's
Hell
very
is the
obvious.
most asinine concept I've ever heard of.
Hell
It's
is a
used
very
to get money. It's used to control people.
that was a weird stop.
There's a bunch of people flying all around here. Look at 3 vehicles worth. Damn.
Holy shit! I'm glad you did the replay. That was crazy.
That was very crazy. I didn't expect to have so much action.
No, but
Everything kind of collapsed around me.
The concept of like do these good things and you have a better connection with God. That's a very basic
Oh my
thing.
god, the reality of the situation is do good things and good things will happen to you because it does. Because the more good you do around yourself, the more good is around you. Period. That is just straight up physics. Physics.
Well, there is one thing that came to mind for me, which is the Nordic religions, right? With Valhalla, which is the same concept, I think, for a lot of the Christian religions, which is, hey, man, you can get killed in battle. Because you know what? As long as you're on the right side of God, you get to live after death and you get to like see all your loved ones. You all high five each other when you get to the afterlife.
Yeah, that's
And
an
then
easy way to get a soldier to roll is to promise them that it's not the end.
Well,
But
it's harder to get a soldier to fight with you if like, hey, we need you to fight for this war and die for your country. Like, okay, well, what happens if I die? Nothing. You'll fade into obscurity. You'll not exist, and everyone you
yeah,
love will
if
never
there
see
isn't a
you.
lie behind it, no one would do it. That's
Well, it
the
makes
truth.
it's a harder sell. You have to at least admit that. Let's just say it's all
I
true.
admit
and
it.
there's
No, if there is not a lie behind war, you can't get people to do it. Like, unless there is a side trying to fight for their lives, in which case that's what they're fighting for, and that's basic survival. That's like evolution and shit. That's Darwin at that point.
What I'm trying to say is like you can't motivate people very well with atheism or agnosticism. Like to be able to like, well, you die and then there's nothing. Anyway, can you come fight in this war for us where you're gonna die and then nothing you'll fade into nothingness when you die for your country? That's a harder sell
It's
than
not necessarily nothing if you're agnostic. Uh,
well,
I have my
come on,
personal
man.
beliefs based on
The
my
point
personal
being is
experiences
you're
of
gonna
what
have
happens. But it doesn't necessarily, it could be nothing because nobody has any proof definitively that it isn't.
You're
But
breaking up a lot for me. I don't know if that's
I'm
happening in your
in
stream.
the nothing camp of agnosticism, where I don't know and I don't care is the basic uh, philosophy of an agnostic. But um, I do care a little bit, so I'm not a perfect agnostic, and I am on the I think it's not nothing side because I've gone very far into the realm of not being conscious and very far into the realm of uh, dreams and sensory deprivation and sensory overload and things of that nature. And I just think that the nature of reality is not understood by us completely, and that we are part of something larger, and that the nature of how it all happens is very different than the nature of being here. And that when it's all said and done, we may or may not even be aware of it, but I don't think we stop. That is where I come to the end of that. Is I don't think it's the end.
Oh, okay. My response to that would be like consciousness is very mysterious.
Sure
It's
is. It
it's
sure
very
is.
if if you're an atheist, then you're like, oh well, I understand consciousness is the brain, and when the brain stops functioning, you don't exist, and that's what atheism is to me. But
That is
I
exactly what atheism says.
it is.
Yes.
But as an agnostic, I am aware that there are forces in the universe that are unknown to us.
Unknown.
There
That's all about that variable. Unknown.
and that's as an agnostic, that's all you have to say. Like I don't know exactly because it might be that there's nothing. It might be. I completely. That's probably 50%, maybe greater. That nothing. You die and then there's nothingness.
See how I got my beer and peed in the amount of time allotted, and now I'm going to be able to follow your commands properly?
Sure. What?
I'm just letting you know what it's like when a considerate human being does that and then just doesn't blame the whole thing on you, like
You didn't go to the
laying out a
bathroom and
proper
make a drink.
strategy.
I made a mixed drink. That takes longer.
See,
Getting a
that
beer
was
is a lot
the
different
see. Why didn't you criticize yourself then? I don't understand.
because I want a mixed drink.
That's fine, but then you came back and you fucking criticized me for your decision and consequences.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
So I mean, I completely agree. Like, even though I don't believe in UFOs and I don't believe in ghosts, that kind of stuff, and like I don't believe in Bigfoot and shadow
So
creatures and all
many
these other
beers.
things, but I still do believe that there are phenomena that occur that we're have an inability to perceive in the correct way. I think that's a
That's
very
right.
basic
It's
way of putting
all
it.
really about the
There
correct
is
way. I'm
there is
with you on that.
phenomena that
No,
happens in the universe that you as a human being are incapable of perceiving in the way that is actually
we
happening.
don't have the
That,
sensory like equipment to understand everything that's happening. That's really the case. The amount of senses and data to be measured out there that we don't get is insane.
so there's things that are happening that are you're not able to perceive correctly.
Definitely. And then there's lenses of perception as well. It's so interesting the way the world is as we perceive it. And then there's
Uh,
the actual nature of it, which
And
is
that
the
doesn't mean you have to believe in ghosts and shit. I
no,
mean,
you don't have to. I would love to see a ghost. That would be the greatest thing ever. Like
but some
everything that's ever
people
come close to me seeing a ghost, I've been like, well, this is a fucking
I just feel like some
boon.
people
It's
who
great.
experience things that are outside their perception of understanding, they interpret it as ghosts or they interpret it as UFOs. I don't think actual aliens are visiting the Earth. If it's happening, I think it's very
It's
unlikely.
quite possible. In fact, I would
It's
say it's more than likely. But I don't think that our ability
more
to
than
observe them
likely.
is there. Yeah, more than likely.
Why do you say
I
that?
think we are not observing because I think that we are so much less incredible than the universe is, and I think that there are conscious beings that are observing us. That's just, I don't think that we can see them, and I don't think that they are letting us know they're around.
Well, what about these people seeing bright lights in the sky? What do you think that is?
It could be that. It could be
Well,
any
just
number
what
of
is it?
things. But I think that the things that are observing us are at a tech rate that's higher than just floating saucers and shit. Like,
It's stupid.
but
So let me. I've told you my opinion on UFOs, right? Which they changed the name of it to something else.
unidentified
Unidentified
flying,
aerial vehicles.
whatever.
Unidentified aerial
Yeah,
vehicles.
well, I have not heard your UFO opinion actually.
Okay, so
I
here's
have
my
mine,
UFO. Do you
but
want to
go
hear it?
ahead.
Because
Yeah, sure.
there's a lot.
Yeah, I'd
First
like to
off,
hear it.
let
I'd
me
like to
let
hear
me
it.
give a concession. Let me give a concession.
Sure.
There's a lot of people who give very compelling sightings to UFOs, and there's a lot of people at a given time, in a given town, at a given time. Like we'll say, like we all at the same time saw something. It's not like they called each other and said we're all going to call the police and tell them we saw
Yeah, of
something.
course. Yeah, I
There's
know
a lot
this.
of
I am aware of
weird.
that.
There's
Yep,
a lot of
I
information
agree with
about
you
people at the
completely.
same
I
time
agree with
reporting
you
to the
completely
police
about that.
that they saw something.
All right, next point. I get it.
But
I agree.
at the same time, it's very hard for me to believe in like even our current like technology state where we are on Earth, where there's stealth aerial vehicles that could fly over Russia and Russia won't detect it and vice versa and whatever. That there'd be alien
Well,
civilizations.
I know there's stuff that can fly over Russia that can't be
Let
detected.
me finish
So
my
I
fucking
will
point.
I will disagree with that point. Go on though. You may finish. I'm doing the no and.
So so what I'm trying to say is if there are extraterrestrials visiting Earth, that this is a technology that is beyond the concepts that we understand with Albert Einstein's theory of relativity and traveling the speed of light, because our current understanding of physics is that traveling the speed of light makes you become light, right? Do you agree with that or not?
I don't. I don't agree that our current understanding of physics agrees with anything. We have a lot of questions
Wait,
at
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
end
whoa!
of the
Doesn't
physics
agree with
tunnel.
anything. What does that mean?
What I'm saying is that the end of the physics tunnel involves people who think that Einstein is absolutely correct and people who don't. There is definitely a divergence of
Let me
opinion,
ask. Let me ask.
and
What happened?
the
What
math
happens
is
when?
the only thing that matters in physics. Like,
What happens when you travel the speed of light? Tell me, because that's
I
you have
can't
to
tell you
answer
that.
that.
I've never done that, but I can give you a
Okay,
guess
is it
as to what.
possible that is it possible when you travel the speed of light you become light itself?
That is possible. That's not proven,
Okay,
but it's certainly
that's what
possible.
Einstein says, isn't it?
It's certainly possible.
You literally become energy if you travel. I mean,
He
if
thinks that there's nothing faster than light. That is how that is.
that's
But physics
because
is a very
he gives a
wide
reason. He doesn't
study,
just say it.
and
There's a
people have
reason.
not made an agreement on that stuff. That is why they call it a theory, and
Okay,
that is what that is.
well,
It's
let's
a
just
theory.
say let's just
I
assume
think
it's
that
true.
Einstein is not wrong about his observations because his observations are
Well, he
correct.
backs them up with math, doesn't he?
Exactly. Yes, it is. There's great math involved, but that doesn't mean that it's really the way it is.
Okay, well, do you agree it's possible that if you travel the speed of light, you
Definitely.
become energy?
Absolutely agreed that that's possible. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
if that's the case,
Uh-huh.
all the alien extraterrestrials are going to have to only travel the speed of light to get here, right?
No. That
How do,
actually just because you are subscribed to Einstein does not mean that there is a different fabric of reality or time or any other thing that you are unaware of. All right, you can have a whole nother server or a whole nother fucking, like, you can think of it in any metaphor that you want, but you can always go one step outside of your understanding.
all you can
And
do is you can only assume the laws of physics that you currently understand.
all right, let's
So
move.
let me move on past this point, if you don't
Let's
mind.
fucking move past the
Let me
fucking
move
not
on
circle
past this
area.
point. I have other areas of interest I want to get to. So the other area of interest is this. Let's just say you're an alien that can go past the speed of light and survive thousands of years or hundreds of years
Yes, or
to
fold
travel
space time or do whatever thing that you
or
want to do.
whatever
Yeah.
event horizon. Who knows?
Yep.
So let's say you could travel to Earth, maybe because you're interested, because you know
Or
there's
maybe
life there.
distance is not something that your being understands or perceives, and there's a different state of being
So,
you're in.
so assuming all that,
Yep.
right? You get to Earth.
Get to Earth. Earth is part of your entire observance, but sure, whatever.
So you get to Earth as this alien civilization.
Right.
So
Civilization.
is
Okay, now there's a group of now you're talking about organisms. You're really getting into things now. Things that I wouldn't assume about an alien. But sure. All right, there's a society now coming to Earth at warp speed. Now you're starting to not make sense anymore. So from my perspective of what an alien would
I've
be,
already gotten to know, I've already gotten to know because I've already gotten there.
yep, no, you are. You are at this point
I'm at no because even
not making sense.
I would like to just progress, but
Go ahead and
I can't.
progress. You make no sense anymore. Go ahead.
Well, you have to. I have to respond to that. Why do I not make sense
Well,
anymore?
you were saying before, man, you suck. Um, when
I can't
you
just
start
ignore
when you
that.
start
Push
when
on.
you start limiting things to the speed of light, like you were, and you start
I can
using
move
our
on past
natural
that.
understanding of
That's
physics,
just the
that
point before moving on.
you are not like aware of other ways of calculating things. That's what it comes down to.
Let me put it to you
So when
this
you
way.
limit things
Hold
to
on.
physics, then you become right, is what I'm
Can I
saying.
can I give you my point of view?
Yes.
So if you're gonna get to like bending time and space to
That's not
travel,
even yeah what I'm saying, but yeah, go ahead.
no because you want to know because again. Go ahead and do
Go
your
ahead.
no because.
Go ahead. Go
Are
ahead.
you sure you don't want to
Yes,
conclude
I'm
your no
sure.
because?
Just go ahead.
Okay. So the amount of energy that would be involved in bending time and space to like get from, let's just say, something that's, I don't
Not
know, like,
talking about bending time and space, but yeah, I did mention it once. Go ahead.
so let's say you want to circumvent the whole, let's just assume that the speed of light is actually the highest speed. So you have to just go with that and just keep
I
going
can
with the
assume
conversation.
that. That's assumable.
So now the bending time and space becomes the better way of traveling, where you tunnel from one place to another.
That is if that's the way to do it. But
Now, the
yes.
amount of energy that would be involved with tunneling from one space in the
Yeah,
universe to the other
if you subscribe to quantum physics, the amount of energy required, go on.
would be like 1,000 times the supernova of the biggest supernova that we've ever known existed. So, how exactly do you harness that as an alien civilization to travel to Earth to visit us for the 1,000th
Again,
time?
I think that it's more of the fishbowl scenario than it is
I'm
the
running.
yeah, the fishbowl scenario, where the fish are in the bowl and they're like, "Hey, this is our spot and this is what we know and there's this outside and all that, but the reality is on the other side of the earth there's China or whatever." Like that fish is not aware of China in that bowl. No, no way. So I think that's where we're at. We're at the knowledge level of the fish where we are, and that there is something as complicated as China on the other side of the uh, Earth, I guess. But it wouldn't be Earth in this case. It'd be something totally different. But the point is that it's so far off. The things that are observing us are so far off from what we are, and so not deities in the nature that humans pretend deities to be, in my opinion. It just does not like if there is the aliens out there, they don't want us to see them, and they're probably superior
Oh,
to us, and they
oh,
probably have
okay, okay.
senses and
You just
understanding.
walked right in. You walked right into my next counterpoint,
Go ahead.
which is they don't want us to see them. How is it that hundreds of people see them as bright glowing orbs?
Now that shit happens. I don't know how to explain
Oh,
all
but
that.
why? Why do they want to?
It could be
So they
any
just
number of reasons.
oh,
Oh
this
my
they just
god, there could be so many
so
reasons for those things
okay,
happening.
okay. So let me put it to you this way: we do. Have you ever seen a nature documentary?
That,
Have you ever seen it?
yeah, of
Have you ever?
course. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
you see in nature. So, have you seen very many nature documentaries where they say, "Oh, look at this fucking rare elephant"? Watch as we show the elephant a glowing light as it bounces around from left to right and all around it, and how it reacts. Look at this elephant react to us shining this glowing phosphorescent light floating above the sky around it. Look at how it reacts.
Phosphorus.
Like
That's an
why?
element.
Yeah,
Um,
but why? But why do that?
I,
What is the purpose of doing
I
that?
am so confused. In fact, I'm so confused I forgot I was
No,
playing this game. You
no.
you
I'm
have
just
you
saying.
have blown my brain up. I need to start playing again. Like you don't make any sense. Phosphorus has
No,
nothing to do with this.
why?
First of all,
Why do they want to be seen so badly? That's my
who the
question.
aliens? They
The
don't.
aliens, yeah.
They they
They don't. Then
they
why
do.
are they appearing as light,
I don't think
glowing
those
light?
are aliens. Those are more than likely not aliens.
Then
That's
where are
my
the
opinion
aliens?
about
What are
that.
you talking about?
I'm saying that those UFO sightings are more than likely not aliens.
Then where are the aliens then?
They are not observed by us. They're unintelligible to us. That we don't
What?
understand that they're there.
What about all the people that see them?
That's different. That's a different
It's different.
situation. It's
Why
different
is it
than
different?
because the real aliens actually are observing us and they do not be we can't see them.
Why
That's
are human beings seeing glowing lights in the sky?
uh I don't know, but
You don't know.
the
But
reason is not.
you think that's just a coincidence that there's actually aliens.
No, I think there's an explanation for each and every sighting actually.
Well, why are they seeing glowing lights in the sky?
Each
Are
and
they
every
really
sighting has
aliens?
a different reasoning behind it, whether it's military operations or a drone or whatever it is. Who knows what it is? But each one has an explanation. It does.
So none of them are extraterrestrial.
I don't think so. No, I really
Then,
don't.
then are there extraterrestrials that visit the Earth?
Yes, they don't visit the Earth. They observe the Earth constantly, and they observe it in ways we don't even understand, senses we don't
Okay,
even
okay.
use.
So how do we know they're observing the Earth then, if it's not glowing
We
lights in the
don't
sky?
know that. The only way that we can even come close to communicating with these things is in dreams and with feelings and things that we don't consider to even be senses right now. Things that we ignore and don't understand. And things beyond our reach that we can't even comprehend. You have to understand that dimensionality is very interesting and that there are things we don't understand. There's things that we have learned to understand that we didn't before that expanded the realm of humanity. It's happened over and over again through history. You can document that, but there has to be more. We're not at the end of um, our understanding of the world around us, and there are elements to things that we can't sense with our bodies, right? We might be able to sense them with our souls. We might not be able to sense them at all. We might just be incapable as this kind of being. But they're out there, and it's possible that they're out there at the very least. It's possible. And there's there's ample data out there
It,
to
well,
me,
it's not
personal data that says
your
that
own firsthand data.
my own firsthand data that says that sensory information as known by human beings is not 100% understood. There's things that can happen through our various senses, which I think we have at least 8 or 9 of, that do not always work the way we think they do, and that meld into each other and do things that are
I see
strange
someone heading
based on the
west,
reality of
285.
everything around us. What?
Someone here, 285. I see him going.
285. Okay.
He just got in a vehicle
Okay.
and now he's driving.
Well, looks like they got away.
Yep, they sure did.
I could never get a beat on them. I'm being a horrible PubG player today. It's probably the worst I've played in a long time. I'm more concerned about these discussions than the fucking game. So it really is.
I mean, to me, the alien
Dumb.
thing is like the idea that aliens from another dimension or world or whatever would be glowing lights floating around your head, when it seems like it'd be pretty simple if you have the technology to travel
Oh God,
from.
there's someone upstairs. There's someone up here. I am dead. There's two people up there.
Come up here. Come over to me.
I'm dead. I'm literally dead.
They shot you
They're
from
both
outside.
upstairs. They're upstairs.
I'm right. I'm upstairs too. They're not here.
Oh, you're just gonna let them leave. That's pretty smart,
Leave
actually.
where?
You're just gonna hide and not have them come up there.
Where are they?
They're upstairs in that building
I
that
am
I was in.
upstairs.
You're not in the
I am.
place. They're not upstairs anymore. They're there. They're yep. They got up there. They got there. They cleared you right out of there. Well, at least I don't have to watch you play.
I. Damn it.
Yeah, that was rough. I told you they were up there.
I know, but I didn't see him.
I was
I can't
shocked.
see him.
Yeah, but that's why I was telling you.
Why
'Cause
were
if
they
you would have
there?
seen them, obviously you'd have been shooting at them and shit.
This has not been going well.
No, it hasn't. We haven't gotten a single point of. Like, I think I got a little bit of damage. We haven't gotten any kills. This has been one of those like over drunk ones, and again, that's because we drank so much during your first stream, which does happen and it's fine. But we're not playing well. Let's fucking try to play one. I think that the discourse, really, I think we're going too hard into what we're talking about, because what we're talking about is some highly
I'm just trying
intellectual
to
shit.
say, if you have,
And I'm
you
not
got
good at
19
playing
damage.
PubG when I'm thinking about aliens. That's what it comes down to.
But if you had the technology to get to our planet,
19 damage, let's go. Indeed.
the idea that if you had the technology to get to our planet, you don't have the technology to be stealth without us seeing with glowing lights.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that's what
Now,
I don't
do they want to be
understand.
stealth? If they don't want to be
But
stealth,
why
they could
would you
probably
want to
just.
be a?
We
I'm
wouldn't be
asking
alive.
why. What's
We
the
wouldn't be
motivation?
alive. We'd be dead. All
What,
right.
so they just like to fuck with us and show up as glowing lights in the
No,
sky.
I did never said that. Why are you so obsessed with the glowing lights? My
Because that's what
alien
people see-
point of view
because
has
that's what
nothing to
people
do with
see.
UFOs. I think that's what's bothering you so much. I don't think that UFOs are part of an extraterrestrial stuff. So maybe we're on the same page. Are you like on the
Let me
same
a-
page with the UFOs not being part of it?
Let me ask you a very okay. I'm asking you a very simple question here.
Yes.
People throughout the history of Earth,
Yep.
when they encounter a UFO, how does that encounter go? Describe it.
It goes with them being confused about what it is. They either run away or are curious.
What
about it.
is? What is? What are they perceiving?
It's an unidentified flying object.
And what do they see?
It depends on what it is. Every unidentified flying object is different because they're unidentified. They see whatever light it emits or does not emit or absorbs.
It's a light. It's a
or
light.
absorbs. No, it's not always a light. It can absorb light too. But
Oh, they see absorbing light. Is that what they
you
see?
can actually see a black spot that sucks light up as well. It can be done. That is an observable circumstance. There's
How
something
do you
called
observe that?
Vanti-Black. You get Vanti-Black, which is this thing where there's these tiny little
What the
black
fuck
cones.
are you talking about?
You don't know about Vanti-Black?
I don't
Vanti-Black
know
is
what
the
you're-
blackest
People
substance on
seeing
Earth.
light being absorbed.
It is
That's
like
why I don't know what you're talking
if
about.
you want
No,
to
I
be
don't.
politically chastised, you put Vanti-Black on your face, and people will not only be able to not tell that you are white, but they will also not be able to tell that you are there because Vanti-Black absorbs all light. It's gone. It doesn't reflect light. It looks like nothingness when you paint it on stuff. It's amazing. It's an amazing material. You need to understand that it exists. You don't know this. It's fine. We invented Vanti-Black and some other very, very dark
What are you
materials.
talking about?
I'm talking about Vanti-Black. It's a serious thing. It's a material
It's
that
a-
absorbs
it's an
all light.
It's an anti-UFO.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah,
something
it
a
is.
UFO could be. You could paint a UFO in this stuff. It happens. The military uses uses this shit. Vanti-Black. It does.
It uses anti-black to do what?
Vanti-Black. You don't understand what I'm talking about. It is a product.
You're an anti-black.
Not anti. God, you're dumb. You really are dumb.
An anti-black?
No, it's a fucking
Is that like
paint.
a grand wizard?
No, you're dumb. You're going too far, man. Like this ain't
You're talking
racist.
about anti-blacks.
No, I'm talking about Vanti Black. It is a fucking paint. It's a paint you can apply to things that absorbs all the fucking light.
It absorbs the light.
All of it. You don't get it. This is a real thing,
I,
dude.
I do. It's just funny. It's funny. All
It's
right, it's funny.
real. Like you gotta check it out. It's fucking cool. But anyway, you could paint a UFO in that and it would absorb all the light instead of emit it. That's also
Oh,
something that happens. The military does it, and
hey,
some.
Trinio says he's seen a sort of UFO type event. Why don't you look at that?
Okay, let's check it out.
I'm jumping out of the airplane.
A sideways isosceles triangle. Interesting. Well, I've seen all kinds of things, Trinio. I'm not even gonna fucking pretend that I haven't. But most of them are a product of my imagination because my imagination connects to chemicals very easily. Oh God,
What's wrong?
I hate you. I wasn't paying attention. That's what's wrong. I'll manage to get to you.
I'm already down.
I know you're down. Man. Anyway, it's hard to play this game thinking about this kind of shit because this is the kind of shit I think about like when I don't have anything else to do. It's just kind of like, yep, these are the unanswered questions of the world. Let's think about those now because guess what? There's nothing better to do, right? And then I'll fall asleep usually after that point. It's usually what I do before I go to bed is think about shit like that. And I'm not good at playing games when I think about these topics. I've found this out. It's unfortunate.
Well, I gotta take the dog out. I'll be back.
All right.
Use the bathroom because I'm dead. You can't revive me. You're
You're
too far away.
dead. Damn, I can't revive you. All right, go take the dog out. You have a dog now? That's new. That's a new news. Oh, they have a dog. Well, that's smart though. You should always, but they have cats already, so they should already know. It's always good if you're a couple and you're gonna get married or whatever the fuck you're gonna do to get a pet first to figure out whether or not you're gonna raise children together well, because if someone starts like fuck kicking that dog or like doing some crazy shit to that dog that's not cool, or like trying to train that dog in a way that's not nice, then you don't have a kid that's having that shit happen to them. That's pretty much why I recommend anyone getting into a permanent type relationship test a pet out with them unless they don't want to have kids ever, in which case then don't fucking worry about that. Obviously, that'd be a big waste of your time if you're not gonna have kids. But yeah, you should definitely test out people um, with some pet, and you can always, if things go wrong, you can always rescue the pet or from them and get rid of them and such things. And if things go really wrong and both you like the pet and the pet wasn't the problem, then that's too bad for the pet, but someone's gonna get the pet. But it's better for everybody involved that it's not a child. That's all that I'm saying about that. So it's a good idea. That's my advice. So I know Bite might be having a kid at some point soon. I hope so because it's going to be fun for you to play with them, whoever, whatever age they are. But getting a dog would be an extra step. They already have cats though, so they should know that they're not psychos at this point. So that my advice really doesn't apply to them. But yeah, he does not have a dog, so this is new news. We're gonna have to figure out about what this dog is that he has and why he got it and what his cats think about it. He has like four cats. So what do these four cats think about this dog? It's a serious issue. I can't believe he's dead and that I fell on the edge of the map and I'm still alright. This is just a rough situation, but at least I don't have to think about aliens anymore. So let's fucking win the damn game until he comes back anyway. I'll bet there's a low death rate during chair times like this one. Like that chair over there that's empty. I'll bet there's less deaths when that chair is empty like that than there is when there is a full chair. If you like do the death rate, I'll bet over time there's less deaths. I bet good money that that stat would come out in the way I'm saying it is. There are certainly floors to reality. I'm 100% sure of that. That I've experienced. It's the things that I'm not sure of are like what other than the nine or so senses that I've become aware of, what other ways of observing reality are there? And what other ways of moving forward are there than time? What is moving forward a thing for some organisms or some existence? Is that even a thing, or is there a existence where moving doesn't happen, where motion is not a thing? If it's instead just creation and not motion, is that a thing? I don't know, but when you look at everything that is, it feels like there has to be something that's not in motion, something that is purely just willing things into existence, or doing so as a combination of many things. All I know is it's fucking tough to wrap my head around that shit. And that is precisely why, when you think about all this shit, that these religions that think they have it all fucking nailed down in with their weirdo stories and shit, like when you really think about it, it's just not. It doesn't hold up at all. It doesn't even remotely hold up. When you hold it to like this other shit that like who the knows what the fuck it is, but like then you go and try to explain it all away, all that wonder we just talked about, away with fucking just like Bite was saying, fucking people who heard God talk, or people who wrote some shit down, or churches of fucking pastors saying, "Give me money," or fucking uh, help these people. And there's nothing wrong with helping people. I love helping people. I think that's the greatest thing you can do. I absolutely love helping people. I'm not even joking. That is my favorite thing to do. But um, churches don't do that so well. They spend their time gathering people together and trying to continue to control them and get their money pulled together. That's what it is. And then they do some activities that could be very well carried out by any other organization of large volume, like a corporation or even a town or a city or whatever. Anything. People can get together and do good without being involved with religion. That's what I'm trying to say. It's possible. And when When religion does good, that's great. That's fantastic. I love it every time. But that is not all that they do, and they definitely collect far more money for other things than they do for these kind of charitable activities. And even when a
Still
religion
going.
gets involved with charity, they will like bring in they'll donate money to whatever place from their donation amount. So like 2% of the church donations or whatever will go to like what March of
You have a
Dimes
church
or
now?
whatever
What's
the
the church name?
what.
You have a church now. What's the church name?
I don't have a church name. No, I'm
You just
talking
said
about
you have a church and you're
no,
donating. We're all donating. We'll be donating
no,
to.
no. I don't even have my own church. No, that would be hilarious. But no, I'm just talking about churches in general and about charity and about how that works with churches.
You know,
Um,
before, yeah,
donating like 2% of their total revenue through donations to things like the March of Dimes, which then pay their executives like a certain percentage of the donations. And these people are living it larger than you've ever lived it in your life, and yet you are donating your money to the organization to try to help people, but ultimately, like there's a big mess of people taking advantage of the fact that you're paying them to do this good thing. That's the problem.
well, churches used to be the biggest
Churches are
nonprofit.
part of it. Oh, they're not nonprofit. Church is the biggest for-profit industry in the world. It doesn't matter if it's Muslim or Christian or whatever. They're all for-profit.
No, I'm
When
saying,
what you're selling doesn't exist, you have a 100% profit ratio. It's the most profitable industry out there. Period. Prostitution may be the oldest industry in the world, but religion is the most profitable. There is nothing more profitable than religion.
what about rock selling?
Rock selling is less profitable. There's logistics
No,
involved. You
I'm
have to
saying it's
lift
got
the
to be
rocks.
older. It's
You have to
probably
move
older
the
than
rocks around.
prostitution.
With religion, all you're selling is faith. You don't have to move anything. There's no logistics. You already beat rocks in a second. I didn't even have to argue about it. There's 1,000 things actually about rocks that are more expensive than religion to sell. Religion's 100% profit ratio. You get nothing but profit. You don't have any expense.
What about your soul?
Your soul is not religion. Your soul is a thing that you either believe you have or you don't. This shit's out. What sucks. I gotta move. I can't just sit here. Man, I'm way too chilled out tonight. I really am. I feel fucking stupid, honestly. It was fun watching you play all those old school games, but once I started having to do anything, I've been pretty fucking shit here. I mean, I'm literally out for like 2 minutes at a time. Anyone could have come and murdered me there. I wasn't even looking. But anyway, yeah, the fucking wide unknown is very serious. And the beautiful part about it, though, is that you could not understand it completely, or you could get really close to understanding it, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fucking close or far away from understanding it you are. Like, you're still just the same part of it as you were before you fucking started thinking about it. And the best thing for you to do is to try to make what you know is existence as good for yourself as possible. That's really what it comes down to. And as good for others as possible too, because that does over time, which is the only thing we know that moves us forward, it makes everybody else feel better too. So, like, it comes back around, and then in the future, you will feel better as a result. It's like investing. Oh, I don't feel good about this hill. This does not feel good. Oh, that sucks. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up here. Come on. Oh no. Right here, is this where it ends? Right at this little tiny spot? Are you serious? Good. Oh, this sucks. This was a bad choice. No, 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 no. Give me another chance. Let me do it this way. I think we're fucked. I absolutely fucked myself there. Damn it. Oh, this sucks. This is a huge mountain range. I can't get over it. This mountain range is enormous. This is a terrestrial problem here. Are you seeing this? What do you suggest? I don't think I can make this.
You
There's
should
people,
run to the left and fight them. They're right there in those buildings. Kill them.
but that won't help anything.
Oh, you asked me what to do.
Yeah, you were right. That is pretty fun to do. Yeah, I'll do it. All right.
Where's the circle going? Check the circle. Check your map. There they are.
No, dude, why you just made me check my map? Look what you just did. That was you.
You
That was
never brought up the
honestly
map. You
100%
never
you.
brought up the map.
I did, actually. I brought
No, you
that map
didn't.
right up.
You
No,
never
I
did. You
did.
never
No,
brought it
you are
up.
so wrong. I was in
I
the
was
map when
observing.
I died. You are incorrect. You actually
Oh,
killed me
whoops.
there. Literally, you did it.
You did not. There's
This,
nothing.
how do I do this? I don't remember anymore. Fuck that. All right.
Just raid Cinema Insomnia or don't. I
Okay,
don't care.
Cinema Insomnia it is.
He's eating. He's eating his dinner as he watches old movies right now. He's eating like ramen noodles or something. He's like
Great.
sitting there like,
There's nothing I love more than watching a streamer eat.
that's what he's doing.
Good
He's
job.
eating.
Good job picking this raid bite. You're the best raid manager I've ever seen. It was fun, dudes. I'm sorry that I died so shittily there.
Don't worry. There's more shit to go. There's shit to go around.
There is shit to go around.
Get ready to watch him eat some ramen.